Hey, apparently I fucked up. I sound like I'm just completely underwater, and I did my best to fix it. So just bear with me or skip this one. It's fine. We just talk about competitive gaming in Minecraft. So if that's interesting, just bear through the the underwater me, or skip and go to the next one.
Are are we recording, by the way?
We absolutely are. Oh, let's Google
You gotta start,
images.
like, telling me.
I mean, why?
I need an iCarly Freddy-style countdown.
Three, two.
Hey, everybody. Did you ever watch iCarly?
Oh yeah, all the time. Of course I did.
Did you watch, like, all of it? Or, like, do
No.
you know, like, the plot?
Well,
The ending?
I don't think I do.
Where, like, her military dad comes and picks her up and she gets taken to, like, Germany?
You know what? I think it's even better that this has a Shutterstock image on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one.
Oh, no, I think he's too clearly faking it.
Too clearly faking it? Oh
I think he's clearly a child actor.
my god. Okay.
We need, like, a prodigy. Yeah, that kid gets it.
This kid knows. What do you think he's
That kid's
playing?
losing his shit. Um I think, like, Minecraft, creative mode even. I think he's flying away from the castle and realizing it's asymmetrical.
Oh no. You can't have an asymmetrical build.
Bro, that's one of the things I really hated about playing Minecraft. I would, like, start building something, I would walk away, and I realized I fucked it up, and I'm like, "I don't wanna restart,
Oh dude, building was
but I can't fix
always
this."
my favorite thing in Minecraft.
I think we would be perfect. I don't mind fighting mobs, I don't mind mining for 10 hours to find diamonds, I just don't wanna build.
The mining I could do. I would just eventually get bored of it. Fighting mobs is like whatever. I always
I
just
mean, I
made
liked
mob
fighting the Ender
farms.
Dragon. Yeah.
I
I
don't.
know. I was just always the person who's like, "I'm going to descend to the mines and return in 3 hours with 500 diamonds."
I don't think I've actually like legitimately played a Minecraft like playthrough since they changed how the Ender Dragon works. Because there's like an
Um,
actual like dungeon and stuff in there, isn't there now? Not for the
well,
Ender
there's just, like
Dragon, but like
oh, like the underground dungeon that you have to find the portal in? Is
no.
that what you're
I
talking
mean
about?
that too, but like before it was you'd go into the end and that was it. But now there's actually like shit you can get from the end. Like that's where you get
Uh,
the cloak that you fly with.
the Electra, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually like done that shit.
Okay, so you're just talking about, like, like, when they now that it's interesting, you're talking about when it used to be just the Ender Dragon.
Hmm.
Okay, I now understand what you were saying. I was, like, a little lost there. I mean, I think the new one's kinda neat. I think it's cool that it's just, like, a harder Nether.
I'm just gonna do this now because I'm gonna forget to do it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. My name is Angst, and
I
that is
just wasn't
Smug.
gonna do it.
Yeah, I know you weren't. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna take care of this right now because we're gonna get onto a topic and completely forgot. Today we're gonna be talking about competitive games, but real fast because Smug saw the Minecraft movie. We are on
Chicken
we
jockey.
are now on Minecraft for a little bit.
Chicken jockey. Yeah, that movie sucks, by the way. No one see it.
um,
It was insufferable. All the dialogue was either forgettable or miserable. There's no real plot. It's like barely Minecraft. There's like they do a ton of shit that's just not in Minecraft or is not how Minecraft works. And as a gamer, it just frustrates you. It just kind of bugs you every time you see it that shit is being done wrong. Like it was just bad. Only go to see it for like the pop off in the theater.
bro, I just can't imagine because I feel like this might be one of the most memed movies ever now.
It's like the only meme right now because like during a previews of a movie, no one pays attention. You're just talking with people.
Mhm.
And one of my friends was like, "What are like the current memes?" Because they're a little behind on shit like that. And I could only think of Minecraft. There's like no other popular meme right now that I'm aware of, and none of us could think of anything but like literally just Chicken Jockey and other Minecraft shit.
Well, and like the Mario movie was pretty memed on and joked about, but it still wasn't like
I
it
feel like it was
feels
almost like
like
more. talked about. Like these are pure degenerate raw memes.
Yeah, there is nothing about like because like when the Minecraft movie or not the Minecraft, the Mario movie came out, I had a lot of people who went and saw it and were like, actually, it wasn't that bad.
Like, I remember memes from the Mario movie. I remember like Mario getting
Peaches.
herb stomped
There was
by Donkey
Peaches.
Kong.
There was the penguin.
Peaches.
The
Oh
penguin going to
yeah.
kill
Yeah, I didn't think
Bowser.
about it.
There was Let's
Uh
Go in just Chris
I mean, I
Pratt's
guess Chris
voice.
Pratt,
Yeah.
yeah, at the same time. But like I feel like bro, there were kids to like our right, like 2 seats away from us, which by the way, packed theater, and we were somehow the only people not like getting crowded. We had empty seats on either side of
Oh,
us.
that's always such a good feeling.
It was so lucky. I can't believe we got away with that. But they were their kids, and they were like singing every song that came up. They knew all of the lyrics.
So they not
And like
only
there are
watched
more
it.
memes about the Minecraft movie that I don't know. Like I didn't know the Chicken Lava song's apparently popular enough that 9 children all knew it by heart.
The what song?
So you know, like to farm cooked chicken, you just build like a lava chicken farm.
Yeah.
It's just that, and then he sings a song while it's dying in lava.
What the fuck?
Hold up, chicken lava. Oh my god, just typing in chicken, it just shows you chicken jockey.
Chicken
That's the
jockey.
top result.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken lava lyrics. Of course, it's on Reddit.
Right.
La 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 lava chicken, Steve's lava chicken. Yeah, it's tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita. Now
What?
you're ringing the bell.
What?
Crispy and juicy. Now you're having a snack. Oh, super spicy. It's a lava attack. That's it. Those are the only lyrics. And these kids all had it memorized.
Huh.
The top comment is, I fucking love this song.
You know what? I hate it. I hate the movie. Like I'm kind of it's literally just
It was bad. When we left, we did our unironic reviews, and the highest we gave it was a 4, and I went with 5 people, so 6 total.
damn. I was just gonna say it still did its job because I'm still wanting to like go experience Minecraft again, especially now that it does have so much more shit than when I played.
I have player count. Can I even see the player count? Is that a statistic they track?
No.
Activeplayer.io. I'm sure this website wouldn't lie to me.
Well, the problem is like,
Yeah, it's like mostly single player.
oh yeah, that was gonna be the thing I was gonna say is like it is mostly people playing it single player. Like you won't be able to track that on top of.
Well, if this is online only, this claims 220 million in the past month. And quite frankly, I believe it.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. That's still kind of insane though.
Yeah, it's crazy, but like it's Minecraft, so I'm not surprised.
We just need. Okay, I think I might get that mod pack from my friend. The one that's
like,
ridiculously like
yeah.
expansive and like 6,000 hours of content in it.
And I'll just be in the mines, and I'll let you do your
Oh,
thing.
thanks. Or we could just go with the classic like Tech It, where like some of it's a little bit expansive, but it's not crazy.
I mean, I'm down for whatever, but like I don't know, something about watching that terrible movies got the
Yeah,
itch.
it's making me want to play again.
I'm actively relapsing.
Or we could just do Pixelmon because that's just always
I
a
do
good
love
time. I
Pixelmon.
haven't played it in so long. I know
Bro,
they've
none of my
added
friends
this
like
shit.
it, and I'm like, I don't care enough to play alone. There's like a new one. It's like Blockmon or whatever, and it's
Cobblemon.
supposed to be insane. That's it.
I've heard of that, and I know that like there is a active discourse between Cobblemon and Pixelmon.
Well, I mean, I know Cobblemon's newer, and I remember it had a lot of hype. So I'm just gonna assume it's good. I don't know if it's better. I'm looking at its official website right now, and it looks pretty killer.
I'm on Hostinker Tutorials that says Cobblemon versus Pixelmon, which Minecraft Pokemon
I'm seeing,
mod.
Cobblemon lets you customize Pokemon, so you can like not only make it shiny, but a shiny of the colors you want.
Oh, okay.
I can make my this is never mind. I'm not doing this shit. Oh hell nah.
What?
What the fuck? I opened it and it's like a ton of like just straight code. Hold up, I'm gonna link it here. and you just want to pull this up. We will eventually get to competitive shit. We just
Yes,
got to
of
get
course, of
Minecraft out
course.
of the way.
So it looks like Cobblemon has maintained the pixely design of it, whereas Pixelmon is actually like it just looks like the 3D renders of the.
Pixelmon. Let me open Pixelmon and kind of look at him again. Oh, whoa. Pixelmon's gotten way better.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this and I remember when it looked like ass.
It used to look like what Cobblemon looks like now, but
Yeah,
worse.
no,
Huh.
it looks pretty interesting. I kind of, God, I
Damn,
wish
this would be
we.
tough. This is a tough pick. We'll have to discuss this with people,
Yeah,
but
I
we
was
got we
just
gotta get the
sitting here
ball
thinking
rolling.
like I kind of wish we had some form of a platform to like get a bunch of people because I would love to have it set up to where like you, I, Hugh are like gym leaders.
Ooh, but there used to be one like that. I
I
watched a YouTube
know,
series, and it was a public series or public server that did that.
bro.
And we would literally have to wait in like a 4 hour line as some dude sits there like it's his 9 to 5 to gym
Yeah,
battle.
no, that sounds like fun. Well, we might be able to make something work and figure it out. That might be a special thing we do for a different server.
You, right. So what's your competitive story? What made you think of this idea? Something must have inspired it.
Well, I was just kind of thinking like we both come from our introduction to video games and wanting to play kind of come from a very competitive
Competitive
standpoint
nature.
of wanting to
Yeah.
just be better than everybody.
Yeah, you wanna win.
Yeah, I want to win. I hate losing, but I think
And
you
it's
and I have different feelings on losing.
uh
I think you like to blame
well,
other people. I tend to blame myself.
well, listen, we can both be correct. Cause I know if I lose, it's because the people around me are terrible.
Mhm.
And if you are willing to look within yourself and see, when you lose, we just both agree that if you're on my team, we're gonna lose because you suck.
Yeah, it's because I suck
That's what I'm
for
getting
sure,
at.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Even though we both haven't.
I hit diamond. I hit diamond. Show me your diamond in a video game. Minecraft doesn't count.
Oh, I did not hit diamond in rivals. That's right.
Yeah, you just kind of
I
stopped, and I'm
stopped
just
at
like, I'm gonna
flat.
sit on this.
Damn. I think
Well, Emma Frost is out now, and she has no ice powers, which I can't get over that. I don't like
it's
it.
weird, but that's just the character.
Like, I get it's like a name; it doesn't have to relate. But as a comic book character, I feel like the name always should have some tie, if
Dude,
any.
no, you know what? I think the Human Torch needs to have water powers.
Well, if like a character's name is like Nathaniel Blitz, he better have speed powers or something.
Or like a lightning.
Yeah. It should have something that clearly, if there's a word that clearly stands with a known superpower, it's your legal obligation to give that character that power. You're not allowed to not do that.
uh,
It's like fucked up.
have you competed in any like tournaments, video game wise?
Not for video games.
Okay.
I've gone to a few Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and
Mm.
some Magic stuff.
I did one Pokemon tournament, the card
Well,
game. Or no, I did two for the card game. And then I competed in a StarCraft tournament.
actually, I don't know if this counts. I participated in my high school's very small Smash tournament. But it was kind of just like the
Mm.
gaming club.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
I did go to like a Smash bracket with a bunch of friends, but it wasn't like a tournament. It was just tournament style.
it wasn't an official tournament for anything, but I think it counted in spirit and like figuring out the rankings. You need to know who is better and worse than you.
Yeah, turns out I was better than all of them in Smash. No, there was one person who kicked my ass, but he kicked everybody's ass.
Yeah, there were a few people. We had one person who was like ranked competitively in
Mhm.
Melee,
No, it's the exact same
and
thing.
so it's like I just couldn't do anything against him. If I took one stock, I was lucky.
Mhm.
The only times I ever beat him were Giga Cheese. I would like Bowser side B off the map with him 3 times.
Yeah, back when that actually killed them first for some reason.
Yeah. Or if it was like just stupid shit like that to win. But did you like play the whole roster in Smash, or would you pick like a real main?
No, I mostly played the whole roster. When I eventually did start picking mains, it was like Sheik.
I'm thinking about it now. I feel like Smash is the only game where I've ever really picked mains. Because like you've played plenty of games with me, I don't really stick to a character.
No, you tend to jump around. Other than like fighting games, you try to pick a
Yeah,
character.
but in fighting games you have to.
Yeah,
But like in Smash, I'm thinking about it now. It's like a game with such a huge roster, and I maybe picked like at most 5 characters off the top of my head. They all sucked. I don't. I didn't look at any tier list. I was just picking who I
yeah.
liked,
You
and
were
then I realized I
picking
was doomed.
Ganondorf. You were picking Bowser. You were picking.
Ganon, Lil Mac, Corrin. Like, no, I didn't play good characters. But I was like, these guys have fun kits.
Mhm. No, that's how I felt because for the first tournament, I was like, I just want to play something funny, and I played Me Swordsman, and I
Fair.
got second place because the one dude played fucking. I don't even remember. I can't remember if this was Ultimate or 4.
Okay.
Right? That's how it went, right? Smash Ultimate's the one now, and then Smash 4
yes.
was not the one.
Like the
now.
DS.
Yeah.
Like the DS. Well, not all DS, but DS Gen. Was it all DS, actually? I'm thinking about it now. Was it on the Wii?
Oh my god, I can't. I think it was on the Wii U.
Yeah, I just Googled it. It was on the Wii U. I never really thought about it being a basically DS only game. That's kind of weird. I don't like thinking about
I didn't
that.
say DS only. I had a Wii U. I played it.
Mm. You and who else?
Anyway,
That's what I thought.
so I played the Me Swordsman the first time, and it was pretty funny because we played with Smash Ball on. Just because
Bro, I love Smash
everybody,
Ball. You gotta have Smash Ball on if you're playing with friends.
when you're
It's
playing
mandatory.
with friends, and especially if there's a wide gap in like skill level, you kind of have to have that just to try to even it a little bit, even though the good player's still going to be able to get it most of the time.
We had a rule where if you were a like significantly lower rank than someone, you always got the Smash Ball. They couldn't take it.
Oh god.
I mean, this isn't always respected, but like if we were kind of trying to take things like to make things fair but serious, we had like some set rules that you weren't allowed to violate.
Yeah. And then the second tournament, I played the other character. I really love playing Mr. Game and Watch.
Oh no, not one of them.
Because I loved fishing for the 9.
I mean, I've got to respect a gambler.
That's literally all it was. It was like, I'm gonna hit this 9 and it's gonna win me something, and that's it. And I'm gonna feel good about it.
Trying to remember. I don't remember which of the Fire Emblem characters is really good in Ultimate.
In Ultimate, it's Lucina and Marth. Always. It's always Lucina and Marth.
It must have been Marth. I remember he only played Marth. And like his for fun in air quotes was Ike, which I'm like, that's cheating.
Ike is not for fun. Ike was insane. And still is pretty insane. Especially if you just know how to play the game.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
If you're gonna pick a for fun character and you know the game, you gotta pick something like just absolute dog shit.
I did eventually hit that point. Because, like, I don't know why Little Mac was my choice. I think after I found out he was the worst character in the game, I just wanted to play him more.
Yeah, you just double down.
Yeah, but I hit, like, that breaking point when you are no longer at a, like, casual level with the character.
Oh.
And I was like, no, I don't want to put him away. Because, like, you're winning, and I'm like, my only defense was like, yeah, but he's, like, F tier, guys.
Yeah, but he's like bad guys. Come on, just do something.
I've won, like, 13 games in a row, but, like, he's bad. Like, it's not my fault, guys. And so I think I swapped to like Ridley.
Ridley's like worse to play against.
It was just I guess better by comparison.
Huh.
Would you rather play an annoying character played by someone who doesn't know them, or a bad character played by like a Giga Sweat?
I'd rather play the bad character because, especially if it's Little Mac, like throw him off the stage and you're good. All you have to do.
If you've got that casual movement, you can't do that.
Bro.
All they know is like smash attack.
Smash attack, they don't know how to fucking shield grab.
They know like smash attack and side B. These people do not play in the air. They don't know anything.
Oh, so you just managed to somehow pick the one character that counters what they can play.
Yeah. But it wasn't intentional. Again, I was just like, oh, Little Mac's kind of fun. I like his funny B move. And then I was like, oh no, I don't want to put him away.
I don't.
He's so
I
cool.
want to keep playing. He little man who punch.
Was there ever a character that you just like couldn't comprehend?
Like to play or to play against?
I mean, I'll accept either, but I remember I have a character in mind who, like, every time I would see him, I'm like, wow, they're really good at this character. I should try him. And I would pick him up, and I would get like 4 stock.
Uh,
And I've,
yes. Inkling.
you just got Sipey.
Yeah, no, but for some reason, whenever I did it, it didn't work. But whenever my friend who won the tournaments, who played Inkling, played it, it was literally like you just couldn't do anything about it.
I guess that's fair. I remember my critical weakness were like the hypermobility characters, like Bayonetta and Sheik.
Mm.
I was like, I just couldn't do it. I would start playing them, and I'm like, okay, I'm like hitting all these buttons. I'm sometimes hitting you. Why are you like 3%?
Yeah, why are you not taking damage?
Because there's obviously the trade-off, but I couldn't figure it out in my brain. I would try so hard, and I just couldn't win.
Yeah, I always liked characters that pulled out like long combo strings that end up dealing 15%.
The Bayonetta cripple.
Yeah, that's why I just played Sheik.
She had to be punished for her crimes in the past.
Back in Smash 4.
By being vaporized.
She was disgusting.
I remember I would watch my friends play. I didn't play very much of the one before Ultimate 4, but I would kind of watch. I would sometimes play on like their DS, and I'd be like, "Why is this character doing this to me? Why can't my character do that to them?" And they would just all like look at me and be like, she just does that."
Why does this character have hypermobility, high damage, long combo strings that are just true?
Criminal. I guess he did say that he doesn't make it to be a competitive game. It's supposed to be for fun.
Yeah, but why not also lean into the competitive side? Because that's kind of all you get.
He actively
anymore.
hates it. I don't know if you've looked into it.
I've heard about
he,
it.
Despises it. It's always my big argument.
Why would you hate the competitive aspect of a game that you make?
I guess I could see it if you make games for people to like enjoy and have fun. And if you watch competitive, there's always going to be people upset and unhappy. So that's just my theory. Like, he makes these games and he wants everyone to be enjoying it at all times. And if you're getting into competitive, you hate losing. It sucks to lose. It makes you mad.
Yeah, so just don't lose. Just be better.
Yeah, but as the developer, you're going to see the losers get angry and say your game sucks. I hate this shit. And you're like, motherfucker. What about, I know you said you're not the biggest fan, but any moments in sports or sports adjacent that you got real competitive?
So, okay. I'm going to go through my entire sport career of my mom thinking that I would be a sports man.
Mm-hmm.
Because all she knew was my brother, who was ADHD and needed sports, but didn't realize that I am not ADHD. Or at least if I am, it's in a different fucking category because I could not do sports. I think we've talked about the baseball thing before.
Yeah.
I did basketball where I passed out twice. Both of which not my fault.
Oh, I guess not as big.
It was also not during games.
Oh.
It was during practice for one of them, and I think the other one, I honestly don't even remember. I passed out that bad. I did soccer for a bit. I hated soccer. Soccer was the worst.
Soccer, it was just so boring.
Well, I never understood, and I guess that just has to be the rules. But why the fuck do some of the people have to sit on one side of the court while the ball's way the fuck over there?
Oh, you were also put on that job?
Yeah. I was put on fucking defense. When, like, why wouldn't I move up and be like, no, you gotta stay near the goal? Because what if they get down there? I'm like, they're kids. If they kick it, it's not even gonna make it to me.
Yeah, soccer, I feel like it's one of those... It's like a sport you shouldn't let your kid play until they're older. Once they can like comprehend it better and like get good at it,
I
I
see
feel
what
like
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought you said you should let them play it until they get older. I'm like, well, my little brother
No.
has some
not
more
until they are older. Like you should be at least I'm not even sure middle school, maybe high school.
Yeah.
But you can't let like an 8-year-old play. They're not gonna have fun. It's gonna suck. They're gonna hate it.
Well, yeah, because they don't even like. At least as far as I know, they don't scale the courts all that much. So like, you're 8 years old. If it has to go to the other side of the court, you're winded by the time you get over there.
Yeah.
Now, my little brother played it from when he was a kid clear up until the end of high school. And holy shit, I gotta say, he's got legs.
Was he good?
Oh yeah, he was really good.
Did he just like decide to not continue in it, or was he like not college level?
I legitimately think he got burnt out. Because it was every year, every summer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like he played for the school every year, and then every summer he would sign up for like a summer camp or like summer team
Something
thing.
adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just, I think he just got burnt out, and now he's a welder with tree trunk legs.
That's one intimidating welder, I suppose.
I cannot stress this enough. Like, his legs are fucking massive.
I believe you. I've seen soccer players at like that older level, and yeah, their like lower halves are weird.
Yeah, because they're twigs up top, and then it's just boom. But no, I think the only sports I enjoyed was bowling and tennis.
I was gonna say the only time I remember really getting competitive in a sport was tennis, and it like so I just did it like for fun. It was just something to do.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a better PE credit to me than gym.
Did it count for PE credit for you?
Yes, because it was like a full class.
All of our sports were extracurricular and didn't count to anything.
We had a lot of options. You could get it through marching band, through a dedicated sport, athletics, which was just like real, like actually doing gym work, and like gym was just like dodgeball and like games and shit. And all four, you could get through all four. And so what I ended up doing was I double blocked tennis. So we had alternating days, which already counted as like 2 credits.
Yeah.
But I was also in band, so I had to march, which also counted as a credit. So in a single semester, I got 3 PE credits, and I didn't need any for the rest of high school.
What the fuck? Yeah, our high school did 2 credits, and you could just sign up for. They had 3 options. It was weightlifting, PE, but that was mostly just like general athleticism, and then cardio. And I did weightlifting.
Huh. What was your I almost said PB because I'm a gamer.
My
PR.
my PB.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so fucking scrawny. I mean, I
you
still
didn't get into
am.
it?
But like well no, because like you have what, a semester to really start working on it and like trying to like get it up. And when you didn't lift weights the entire time until that moment, I was starting on like, I at least was able to not have to start on the bar.
Wait, you actually had people that had to start on the bar?
Yeah. Someone in my group
That's
had
crazy.
to start on the bar. I think I was doing...
In middle school, we didn't have anyone that had to start on the bar. That's insane to me.
Yeah, no. Well, he was a really scrawny kid. But I think
You
I
were
was starting
in middle
on,
school, like, yeah, put some weight on this. This is too easy.
I think I was starting on like 30 for the bench. And then squats, I was doing 40-ish. Which still isn't much, but like it at least wasn't just the bar.
Yeah, it's something. I remember, because tennis is like all cardio, so that was all we did. And I could feel it, because like after school, I would still go out and play with friends. And in Texas, it's like beautiful outside every other day. So we would play it outside every day. Maximum time. And we just play like tag and shit. And as I kept doing sports and my friends slowly fell off into like the gamer pit, it just became more and more apparent to me. It's like, hey, you guys are kind of not catching me.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest problem was I hit that gamer pit pretty damn early. So like my mom was trying to get me to do extracurricular activities and I'm like, I kind of just want to go play games. I'm going to be honest.
I was like the last of my friend group to hit it. I didn't really hit it until I got a PC, and that was like freshman year in high school.
Yeah, I think the problem was I got my brother's PC when he moved out. And then I had an Xbox. But like
I had an Xbox, but I was just like, oh no, I was just like, I can play this like before going to bed, I guess.
yeah. No, I was on the grind, man. I was getting those Halo
I kind of
3
just used it for like
achievements.
YouTube.
Well, they didn't. That wasn't a thing when I had my Xbox. Like it could hook up to the internet, but they didn't have YouTube on it.
Oh, Pookie, the age.
Shut the fuck up.
There's an age gap.
Yeah, my first Xbox was an Xbox 360.
You lived like 1,000 lifetimes before I even spawned in.
My first console was the GameCube.
Yikes. Mine was a plug and play, which I don't know if that's much better.
I mean,
I can imagine it is.
I think
they weren't good ones.
It was an actual game instead of a learning system.
I remember the first real thing I got was a Wii, and it was technically my sister's, but I would play on it.
I also got a Wii for Christmas when that came out, and can I just say, the Wii was great.
The Wii was a goated console.
It had its issues, but it had some fun fucking games on it.
Did you ever play like any of the more active games sitting?
Oh, all the fucking time.
My mom would get upset at me if she caught me. I could play another game sitting and it would be no problem. But if it was like Wii Sports Boxing and I'm sitting on the couch, she would make me get up.
It's so funny because it wasn't until like I was already almost done with the Wii Sports. I was like, oh my god, wait, I can just play this sitting. I don't have to stand. God, I remember there's a video of when my brother and I got the Wii. Him and I just standing facing the TV punching in Wii boxing against each other. And I would try to move out of the way so much that I just stopped being on the sensor. So I would be like ducking and all that stuff and blocking, and then I'd get too far, and then my character would just stand up. I'm like, why is it doing that?
Yeah, I really struggled with always remembering that there had to be like the range wasn't great on the sensor. It was pretty bad.
It was pretty much straightforward, and that was about it.
And like within like you couldn't be very far away from it either. You had to be pretty close, I felt. So like from the couch, it just like wasn't in range very well. So it would just make it worse. But I was still like, I'm kind of tired after like 5 minutes of this. I'm gonna sit down.
Did you get one of those? I know we said we were going to talk about. We got to talk about competitive games, but did you get one of those standing boards for it?
Yes,
the balance
like
boards?
the weight board. Yeah.
My grandparents got it because they normally had like kids in the house, like my cousins and stuff, so they just kind of kept up with all the different games and shit.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we got this cool little balance board. And I remember looking at it and it like telling me my weight and everything, and I was like, that's really not right. Why is that so off? Because it was saying I was like obese, and I was like, no.
Yep, look down.
Oh shit, the beer gut. You're right. All the way
at the age of 10.
All the way from elementary school.
I really gotta lay off the beers, man.
Dude, I couldn't. I loved beers.
Couldn't. I think you can't.
I don't drink anymore.
Oh,
not since the.
Well, I guess you get blackout every time, so you just keep forgetting, I guess.
What are you talking about?
No, don't worry about it. What about like on the playground? Like when you were younger, were you very competitive? Did you do like the competitive stuff, like tag and shit?
No, because I would lose. So
I was insane about that stuff. That was the only thing I would do.
Well, it was also that I just like in elementary school, we had a lot of cliques and stuff. So I was not
Yeah, I know.
super good at breaking into that. So I'd see people playing like kickball or foursquare, and I would want to go play, but I was so like unable to just go up and be like, "Can I join?"
Huh. I'm thinking about it now that you mention it. We had cliques at every point except recess. Recess like united everyone.
Really,
Yeah, the jocks would hang out with nerds.
bro. Recess
All the
is
band
when
kids got
it
to
all got
socialize.
worse.
That's so
People would like
interesting.
pick on each other, but like in class, it was everybody was just great. It was a fucking union, basically.
There were kids I'm thinking about now, I would only interact with them at recess. I wouldn't talk to them at any other point in the day.
That's crazy.
Huh. I'm trying to think, but no. I remember zombie tag was our thing. We went from kickball until we couldn't anymore. And then we went all in on zombie tag. And it was literally like 30 kids. It would be like this massive group playing.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think people didn't invite me because I hung out with the weird kids.
I was in that group and then I broke away and I made my own.
Yeah, I didn't
There were
do that.
kids I did have to abandon along the way.
Because like I'm sitting here trying to think about what we did for recess, and I remember it was a lot of make believe, and I remember a lot of people who were like, "I'm gonna be a cat."
Did make believe at like kindergarten to, I want to say like first or second grade. And then I swapped schools to a different school. And I don't know, I guess moving completely shifted my personality because I would see those kids be like, I can't be seen with them. I need to be like
I did my
playing
time.
kickball like everyone else. Be cool. I need to run through the swings, get taken out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was because it was like I had friends and I would talk with a bunch of people, but like at recess, it was I had my friend group and we just either played like early elementary school was make believe, late elementary school it was just kind of like hang around and talk and just kind of waste time until we had to go back into school.
I remember I got one of the Pokemon encyclopedias.
Ooh,
And it shot me straight to stardom.
damn.
I went from like a mid-level popularity where I would like kind of talk with everyone like in class, but like wasn't really in much, to like only the entire classes around me wanting to like see certain Pokemon, look at the pages. And for like 3 weeks, I was like, I have to bring this with me every day. They depend on me.
They need it for all their Pokemon needs.
Yeah, for all the Pokemon questions they want to ask me, I need the book to answer them. Trying to remember uh tennis. Like if I was playing solos, I was completely chill. I wasn't competitive about it at all. But my
Really?
doubles partner was so bad it would frustrate me into being pissed and getting competitive.
How bad can you be at tennis?
Uh,
Were they the kind of person who either like just never could make it on time and also never hit it in?
yeah, they just couldn't hit the ball under any circumstances. They couldn't serve, they couldn't return, they couldn't do anything.
What the
And because they would go to practice, they just I don't know if the pressure got to them or what, or if they just could not comprehend tennis in general. But something about watching someone lose you a point that you know you could have stopped enraged me greatly. Like, bro, if this was a fucking solos, I could crush this loser. Come on. And I would beg the coach, I'd be like, please let me play solos. Please, I don't want to play with this guy. He's like, I'm sorry. There's an odd number of people, so someone has to do it. Like, fuck. And I was literally just unlucky. Was stuck with them.
man? I do kind of wish I got into tennis because I did like playing what little bit I played in like summer camps and shit.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
It's great.
Uh,
Tennis, ping
were
pong.
you ever?
It's also good.
I enjoy all of it. Did you ever take the pacer test seriously? I think I've asked before.
You've not asked. Define seriously.
Like, are you trying to get as far as you can?
Yeah.
Did you do it like for yourself or because you wanted to be better than your friends?
I did it for myself. I did it for personal growth, which is honestly how I did a lot of my competitive stuff, was for personal growth. Let me guess,
No,
you
mine
did
was-
it strictly to beat other people?
Yeah, I needed to have the better score.
So I'm starting to notice a key difference between how you and I see competitive things. You do it out of spite and bragging rights. I do it out of just trying to be a better me.
I do it out of like social honor. I need to know that I'm a level above you.
I don't think
I need to know
that's
where
social
you
honor.
stand compared to me.
I don't think that's honor.
It's honor to me.
Okay.
That's how I view my honor, is being better or worse. And the pacer test was just like the ultimate point. It mattered more than anything else. It was the most important test of the year to me.
What about the mile?
And you got to do it, no matter what it takes.
Well, no, was that another thing where you went hard to be better than everybody?
I did the best I could for sure. I was not like taking it casually.
Okay.
Like I didn't sprint because I knew that would be bad, but I was like the whole time I was thinking about pacing and everything.
Mm-hmm. I was too, but mostly because I didn't want to feel fucking dead afterward.
Yeah, I just knew if I sprinted, it would like ruin me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I can't do that. I can't be like these other idiots sprinting right off the bat. I need to maintain a good pace. And I think I still fucked it, but I tried.
Yeah, no, I would try to pace myself, and I still fucking would be like having to lay on the fucking grass, just exhausted.
I remember vividly in freshman year on the tennis team when we were doing it. 'Cause, like the athletes got the uncapped version. If you were in a sport, like the gym coach doesn't cut you off at 50 or whatever. And I was like, oh fuck, this is bad for me. And so we were doing like holding a pull up, and I was the second to last person. There were two people, and I'm like, I can't drop. No matter what, I cannot drop. And so then I dropped.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
I was so instantly depressed. I immediately put my like head in my hands, and I was like, if he drops right now, I'm gonna cry. And then he went like 2 minutes longer than I did, and I felt completely okay.
Yeah, you're like, okay, no, I couldn't have made it 2 minutes.
Yeah. Once I saw that he blew me out of the water and it wasn't close, I was like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done anything about this. And then we did sit-ups.
I could just imagine you dropping and then just like immediately collapsing with just head in the hands, like, I fucked up. I could have done better. I couldn't let me back up there.
Yeah, because I was literally like trembling hard.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were shaking.
bright red. And because I remember everyone was like, oh my damn, look at him. Because I'm like, oh my god, I'm the goated freshman. I have to do it.
Oh, no, there was one like category in the like fitness tests thing that I took super seriously. And that was the rope climb.
We didn't do that actually.
In elementary school, they let us climb a rope that was like stuck all the way up to the top of the.
Yeah. I know of it. We just didn't do it.
Yeah, it was stuck all the way up to the top of the rafters. That was like way
still
the fuck
off
up
this
there.
image, by the way.
No, why would we? It's fine. It was way the fuck up there, and I had to be the best. I had to be able to climb the highest on the rope, to the point where I think I got halfway up the rope before they actually had to stop me. Because if I fell, like I was getting injured and or dying.
Damn, base.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty great.
So we started doing the pacer test in like the first grade.
Mm.
And I remember this because they still had us try and do the pull-up thing. And we couldn't even reach the bar.
You'd have
we had to get boosted on a chair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it was a bit of both. If you were a little bit shorter, you would have to be picked up, and if you're a little taller, you had to use a chair. So I was the chair. And they pulled it up from under me, and I was literally just instantly dropped.
Yeah.
It was like a 0 second. Yeah, because I'm in the first grade. And then I remember one kid got to like 3 seconds, and that shot him to stardom. He was like the star. It was his Pokemon Encyclopedia, because he hit like more than 0 seconds like everyone else.
Ooh.
And then
How were you on the flexibility?
Pretty good.
That was terrible.
My
I was
arms
not
actually
flexible.
have hyper flexibility, so I
Well,
got to cheat.
did they do the thing where like they put your feet up against the board and you had to like try to go as far as you could?
Yeah, stuff like that. I remember.
Yeah, I was so bad at that. I think I could just barely touch the fucking thing after like doing the swing that they said don't do, but actually did let some people do.
You gotta want it more.
Dude, I couldn't do it. I'm not flexible.
The one I always, well, I guess there were two that I feel like mattered the most, and that was like the running back and forth across the gym.
Yep, the actual
And there was
pacer test.
Yeah, and then there were sit-ups. Those were the two that always mattered the most for some reason.
Sit-ups?
And I
Really?
remember, yeah, just because I guess it's like the easiest of the ones to do. You can go the furthest.
Oh, I couldn't. Sit-ups were a pain in the ass for
Well, like
me.
you can do more sit-ups and push-ups, I would imagine.
No, I liked the
That
push-ups more.
weird. Well, I know ours was sit-ups, and I remember in like middle school, it's like maybe I want to say fourth-ish grade, give or take a number.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend and I are literally at like 100 sit-ups, and neither of us are really athletic at this point. And so we're just like staring at each other, trembling as we go up. Like the slowest sit-up you've ever seen, shaking hard as your stomach like burns.
Yeah, as you're like
And we were just
actively in
lock-eyed.
pain.
Yeah, we were lock-eyed, so it's like I can't do more than like one more than you. I just need to get one digit higher.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he did like 102, and I was like 104. I like barely got past it.
Jesus.
And it was like it was all that mattered to me. And I was like, oh my god. And I like couldn't move because like that was the second or third thing we did. So for all the others, I was just like the worst numbers possible. It was bad.
And then the fucking running back and forth.
Oh, that one was always like the main event.
That one was the biggest thing. That was the one I paid the most attention to.
I remember, bro, something about the pacer test makes everyone a strickler.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's like a nanosecond behind, you're getting called out by everyone. No one is gonna cover for you.
Yep.
I remember also like the first 10 or whatever would literally be like 20 seconds and you could walk it.
Mm-hmm.
And to like be cool and funny, you would walk it.
You're just preserving
I remember.
your energy.
No, you're doing it because it's like class clown shit.
Yeah, no, I did.
We're not lying here.
I had a lot of people. I had so many class clowns in gym in fucking high school, and they were all freshmen, and I hated all of them.
Bro, the moment I hit sophomore, I don't know, something in my brain like changed, and I realized how terrible freshmen were.
Yeah, no.
The second you're not a
what it is.
freshman, you hate freshmen. And the further you go, the more you hate them.
Well, the worst part is like because I just moved during my freshman year, so I not only was like a freshman, I was completely new to the school district.
Same,
So
pretty much.
everybody had their like cliques and friend groups, and I didn't want to deal with any of the freshmen, so I actually like ended up making friends with juniors and seniors. Which is always like I've always preferred talking and like hanging out with older people because I'm quirky like that.
Rock eyebrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know
That gif.
You know. I know. Yeah.
Keep him away from grandma.
No.
Keep him away from Graham.
Were there any sport tournaments that you took super seriously? Or did you not?
Not
did you
really.
Just do it for fun?
I would it was mostly for fun. The only times I would care were like the doubles guy. Yeah. And that was less so about the tournament and more so him just like costing me shit that I shouldn't be losing.
Yeah.
And then anytime there was a gaming event, I would inherently be competitive.
What was your favorite gaming event?
I mean, it's tough to beat Smash Ultimate tournaments for me.
Yeah.
Because it was like the largest gaming events I'd been to and like have really participated in because it's like 30 people. It's like a big thing for the school and for like all the gamers.
I forget. Did you compete in the arena tournament?
No, I was at work.
That's right. I know Hugh did. And he was
And also,
not
I think
happy.
Hugh already had a partner, and at the time, it was only you and Hugh that I really talked to. So I just had no options.
Yeah. And I wasn't even competing in it.
Yeah, you were hosting, so you were unavailable, and then Hugh partnered with like Seb or someone. So I was like, well, oh wait, I guess.
It was Hugh and I want to
Or
say
was it assigned? I
Warfree,
don't even remember.
but I can't
It could have been
remember.
anyone.
But yeah, no, I remember Hugh got real salty at that.
Fair, justified.
Uh,
I'm trying to think. The Magic tournaments, I never really took that seriously because I was going when I was so new.
I was
I was
gonna
just like
say
enjoying
that's how I
Commander.
was when I went to the Magic ones. When I went to the Pokemon one, I was. I mean, it was maybe 4 years ago. So I wasn't new to Pokemon. I understood it. I had a deck I really liked, and I just wanted to win so badly that they kept putting me up against people who were super new, and I was like, I don't want to win this way, man. I went up against
That was
someone
me.
who made a deck. They're like, I really like this deck. It's so pretty and everything, and it was like one of the worst decks you could have made. It was like it had a concept, but the concept wasn't good, and I was just like, I'm gonna win this because I want my pack, but I'm not gonna feel good about it, and I'm just gonna talk to you like we're friends.
I remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! I took really seriously because I was really playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like before I went to like kindergarten or first grade. I was really in like daycare, figuring out like GOAT format at the age of 5.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to remember the oldest card I can think of right now, and I vividly remember like Black Tyranno and shit. And like Black Tyranno was my
God.
best monster.
Dude,
Yeah, it's a 7-star with piercing at 26. It's terrible, but at the time, that was the best card I could think of at that age.
I wish I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like actually, instead of playing it the fake way that we played it.
I only kind of fell off of it recently. There's just like a couple of bad formats in a row that I didn't like, and I just haven't really gotten back into it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. I remember some card that was like corn themed. I can't find it for the life of me.
Corn themed.
It's like a corn magician or something.
Maze? Maze magician?
No, maybe.
I was just trying to think of a different word for corn.
Oh no, it's like had the head of its head looked like corn.
Okay.
And it was a wizard. It was like level 4. That's all I've got. I'm not gonna hold this hostage. I've got to move on now, or it's gonna
it's gonna take
curse
over.
me.
The only
think of other things that would.
Well, I'll talk about the video game tournament while you think of something else. Because
Okay.
I competed.
Well, I just thought of something.
Oh. I competed in a StarCraft 2 tournament back when I was getting super into it. It was specifically for, I want to say it was gold to plat was the ranking you could be. And I had just recently dropped to plat from diamond. And I was like, well, I still qualify. So I'm going to go ahead and just enter it anyway. And my buddy was also like, not hard stuck plat, but he didn't play as much, so he just didn't rank up as fast. So we're like, dude, we got to both enter this because, like, the dream, we both make it to the finals and just have the most badass 1v1 because that's all we used to do. And so at the time I was learning Terran, but I was like, I'm not bringing Terran to this. I know Zerg, I'll bring Zerg. So I was one of the only 2 Zergs to enter in the tournament. Which is wild to me because it feels like it's always Zerg. He was playing fun. Yeah, he was playing Terran. He got proxied proxied Fire Protoss.
Huge, always fun.
And got out first round, went to losers bracket because it was double Elam. And then got proxy barracks.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, you gotta scout for that shit, man. You can't go to a tournament and not expect a bunch of people to cheese. He was like, I was scouting. I did scout. They didn't do it right. And I'm like, you expected them to do it right? They're gonna put that shit way the fuck over there, and you're just not gonna be able to see it or expect it. And then I just went very basic Roach Hydra Zerg all the way up until the finals, where we then learn, oh shit, this shit's gonna be streamed. And I wish they would have never told me it was gonna be streamed, because I choked harder than I've ever choked before. I fucking... And to my credit, I still did okay. The dude, Ling Bailing, rushed me, and I was like, okay, well, I can at least hold this off. But then for some reason in my mind, I was like, I should build a Spire. Just in case, like, just so I have the option to go air. When really what I should have done was not even fuck with that, because I was never going to get the income for it with these Roach Banelings fucking trickling in. And should have just fucking went my normal route, but whatever. So I choked super hard. I got second place in it after 2-0ing every other person I went up against. And then come to find out that dude fucking... Because it was one to get coaching. Like, the grand prize wasn't money or anything, but you got, like, a free 3 hours of coaching from one of their coaches.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, that's super cool. It turns out this guy had won, like, 3 times in the past and had gotten all this coaching. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
It's just perpetual loop.
How is this motherfucker winning 3 times and staying in platinum? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, he can't climb too high, because then he'll have to face good players.
Yeah, that was one of the games that, like, I really took seriously.
Oh, I just found it. There was, in 2016, it tells me here, the first One Piece Roblox game I ever played.
Oh, no.
And it was so weird. Like, the level cap was, I think, like 100. Which, just having a cap now sounds odd. Mm-hmm. And, like, nothing about it looked good visually. All of it was terrible. But I had, like, the sword you got if you played in the first day or whatever. And so I just had a better sword than anyone else could get. And so it sucked me in. That hooked me. And I would just grind nonstop to like level a fruit for PvP. Because I didn't have a macro or anything. So I'd just sit there until like 3 a.m. on my grandmother's laptop, grinding in a corner. Repeatedly.
Was it like a similar grinding way to the other one you had me play?
Yeah, you just spam buttons.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me at all.
It shouldn't, because it's like, I think there was only Gear 2 at that point.
Oh, wow.
Like, in One Piece. There wasn't Gear 3 yet, because that was like the big thing, was you could go Gear 2. And at the time, I also didn't watch One Piece. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, so you were just fucking playing this game because you've heard of One Piece.
Not even. I just liked the fruit system. I thought the attacks looked cool for the time.
Right.
And so I was like, I've got to play this. And like the bomb fruit came out. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Because it made a big explosion. And it was like the best fruit in the game. Because it was just that old.
I think that's kind of all I have for competitive and or sports stories.
I don't know what are we on time? I forgot to start a thing.
I'm showing 1 hour and 4. I started a little bit early.
I'll leave it up to you.
Do you have anything else? Anything else come to mind of things?
Fuck you, bitch ass Landon from middle school with your cringe Pokemon bullshit. You had 2 shiny Darkrai's from codes, and you made every DS day miserable for everyone.
Oh wait, did you guys play Pokemon like battles?
Yeah, we would all play against one another, and because he had 2 fucking code Darkrai's, they had the perfect move sets and were bullshit. And he refused to not play them.
Did he Game Shark them in?
I don't know. I don't know if he bought 2 codes. I think his family had decent money. but he wouldn't not do it. He would say he wouldn't do it, and then just not make them like his first Pokemon.
Oh my god.
He was a loser, and I want him to know it. If you're out there, if you hear this, I hated you, and I still hate you, and no one liked you.
Oh, we did a little bit of competitive Pokemon a couple weekends ago.
I get to shout that out. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a progression series. I don't know why I'm explaining it because I'm pretty sure it's you
You
and
just
me.
need to explain it just as a concept. We're going through the eras of Pokemon.
Yeah, we're just going through the generations of Pokemon competitively. Well, Hugh and I know a little bit more than Smug on competitive Pokemon and formats and stuff, even though my Gen 1 and 2 is really bad. So we are rolling for a Pokemon pool while Smug just builds whatever the fuck he wants. And honestly, that change, I think that change was so great. I think that just made it so much more fun.
I think it makes it interesting.
Because my biggest fear was after the first one, you were going to get... Because I knew Hugh was going to do the T-Wave spam.
Yeah.
Because it's the best move in fucking Gen 1. It really is. So I knew that if you had to roll, you were going to be there for Gen 1, and you were not... If you didn't get any good rolls, you were not going to come back and do anything else.
That is true.
It's like there's no shot this motherfucker continues this if we have this.
I would not return if that should happen.
I need to think of a way to keep him in this.
Eventually, it's just going to be paying me.
I love competitive Pokemon, man. I can't wait till we get to doubles, which I think is next, actually.
I think it actually is. I think I looked, and that's what I saw.
Yeah, Gen 3 is doubles. Gen 4 is physical special split. Gen 5 is megas. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time.
Wrap it up. I gotta pee.
Okay. All right. Thanks for coming out, everybody. This was fun. This was somewhat of a competitive talk and or just sports. My name is Angst. You can find me at Little Angst. It cut you out. I hope you know.
Damn.
It said "fuck you, Lan."
That's good enough. He'll know.
And that's it. Bye. Smug, say bye.
Fuck off, Landon. Bye.